Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and I've been doing Rochelle Amethyst Ascension's videos on like a copy to her videos on the story time, and I did not know until yesterday that she had done a third installment of the story time. It looks like this on her channel. And so, yeah, I'm going to do a kind of VR to that and the story time. It's weird because she did this video like 12, 13, 15 days ago, something like that. I just now noticed it yesterday. And then I went and watched her video today and then made a couple comments. But I was just like, what? I don't know how I missed it because I follow her YouTube channel and her Facebook group, and I totally missed it. And it's Egyptian, so it's kind of Egyptian theme, which is cool. I actually have which is funny because this is also a low Scarabeo deck. I have the new Egyptian Art Nouveau tarot that I'm like, ooh, that's the perfect deck to go with it. But it didn't feel right. So this is by Eric C. Dunn. It is the Apocalypse Tarot. This is the deck 2 of theirs. The first one, which is also the first deck I ever learned on tarot on, is the Tarot Illuminati. This is their second deck. And I think it's Kim Huggins that did the book, and the book is like that thick and like hardback. It's beautiful, luxurious. So I thought I would use this, and I did edge it in this hot pink to kind of match this pink here. Came out perfect. And it shuffles well because it too is a low Scarabeo tarot deck. Now, I will say, between their tuck box low Scarabeo decks and the two-part box low Scarabeo decks, this cardstock is different than either of those. So, it's way glossier, but it is tarot size. And their little boxes they're a little too small for tarot size. So, without further ado, I cannot believe I missed this video. It is late, you guys, like super late here. I'm going to go ahead and do this video. So, this is what the front page looks like, Egyptian. And I just think it's funny because the Apocalypse Tarot has 4 distinct cultures in it. And I really wanted to use this to see how many of them are Egyptian that come out of it. Which I just think is weird because the wands in this is Egyptian. And then we have some Egyptian thrown into the majors. So, without further ado, let's read this. So, it says, Story Time, a Tarot Adventure. This is episode 3. Okay. I cannot believe it's finally here. I got in last night from a grueling day of travel, delays, and frustration. The amazing view out my window this morning seemed to wipe that all away. I've dreamed of this place for as long as I can remember, and now I'm finally here. I have to pinch myself to make sure I'm not still dreaming. I'm feeling excited and a bit nervous about what this experience is going to awaken in me. The pyramids of the Giza Plateau and the Sphinx pull to me with their majesty, greatness, and ancient origins. They speak to me of another time, culture, and of cosmic alignments. They have great mysteries to reveal to me if I'm open enough and ready to receive their coded secrets. And then the first draw, it says, draw 3 or more cards to describe the nature of their pull to you. So we got a shuffle. And again, this is all for entertainment purposes. It is literally just a story we're making up as we go when we read the story. And the last one, I used my Bone, Stone, and Earth Flesh Tarot. And I'll link that video below. But that one was very crazy because it turns out I was dead the whole time. And I feel like I should have elaborated on it more. Looking back on that video, I'm like, dang, there's so much more I could have added. Because the first image and the last image, other than the death card I pulled, were very similar. There was pinks, blues. They were in the water. I feel like I died in the water, and that's why I was coming out of the painting. You'll just have to watch it. It was pretty cool. Yeah, it was crazy though. So let's go back to this. So I need to draw 3 cards, 3 or more cards to describe the nature of their pull to me. The Sphinx and the Giza Plateau. What is their pull to me? And that's funny because that's the 6 of Swords trying to come out. That looks almost Egyptian there, but it wasn't. It's Viking in this deck. There's one. I've got the Prince of Swords. Wow. Ooh, look at that Hermit. I love the Hermit in this. Okay. What is their pull to me? What is their pull to me? Got the Princess of Cups. And the Princess is the page in this deck. And we're just going to leave that there. And then this card here is the King of Pentacles. So there's 4 cards here. We got the Ten of Swords, King of Pentacles, Prince of Swords, and Princess of Cups. And I just keep hearing the words royalty. So it's almost like this is where the royals are buried or come from or were created. Ooh, that gave me kind of chills there. It's almost like these beings have power. The King of Pentacles is this god, I think it's Sheba, goddess Sheba. What I love about this specific deck is every single card in here is a god or goddess. And it could be Greek, it could be Roman, it could be anything. Viking, which is the swords. The cups are more of a Roman, swords are Viking, and the pentacles are more of this like Hindu esque. And then of course the Egyptians are wands, and we have no wands here, which I find very fascinating. And a lot of it, there's a lot of more blue and greenish tones here, and even browns. I almost feel like this was once a place of lushness, where maybe either these beings were created or but I also feel it was not always desert. Interesting. Used to be a very lush place. So let's continue to read. It says the phone rings, and it is the tour guide letting us know they will be here to collect the group in 10 minutes or 30 minutes, and to be ready for the shuttle by the front hotel lobby. I grab my backpack, making sure to pack a few things like water, my camera, phone, and notepad for writing down anything that sticks out to me. We arrive at the Sphinx first, and as I am in such amazement, it looks so different up close. I begin taking pictures, and just as I am shooting the front of the Sphinx, I hear the voice of the Sphinx whisper to me. I look around to see if anyone else seems to be hearing this also. And then we're on to page 2. Oh, wrong way. That's my spread I did earlier. So this is the last 2 pages here. And it says at the end of that, oh my gosh, says, I look around to see if anyone else seems to be hearing this also. And then it says, oh my gosh, turn. Oh my gosh. Draw cards to reveal what the Sphinx whispers to you. Interesting. did the Sphinx whisper to me? The Sphinx whisper to me. Oh, wow. That's the Egyptian card. Wow. It's a Sphinx whisper to me. And it looks like a statue of something in the background. Almost. Like the Sphinx with the claw here. The clawed foot, the statue. Look at that. It's almost Romanesque, but this is a Greek, not Greek, but Egyptian image in the background. Interesting. So now we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Princess of Wands, or the Page of Wands. Anything else that the Sphinx whispers to me? We have the King of Swords and the Four of Pentacles here. Yeah, I feel like this was a very lush, what's the word I'm looking for? Lush, it's basically telling me these are the secrets I've kept. The Sphinx holds memory, and it's showing me a different time where it was fully populated, and it had lush greenery. There wasn't any desert or sand around. It was a completely different environment, which I find very, very fascinating. This Princess of Wands, almost like there was this was a meeting place almost of sorts of all these gods, goddesses, higher beings, and something happened. They ticked off the creator and he banished them from this place, and without them it dried up and withered and all the lushness went away, and it became what we see it as today. Quite interesting. Quite interesting. And I feel like it started with her. Whatever she did caused the issue. And it's almost like they're saying, yeah, we may not be human, but we have human qualities. We make mistakes too. And now they're still being punished for it. Like they're still not allowed back. Interesting. So, at the end of this, it says, as the afternoon continues on, we head out over to the Great Pyramid for a very special limited tour. The group that I was touring with attained special admissions to other areas of the pyramid so that we could also explore the Queen's and King's chambers. When we finally made our way to the King's chamber, we were surprised to see a table was set up for us, and a lady was already sitting at the table, ushering us to take a seat. We were being invited to take part in a meditation followed by a seance. The lady was a psychic medium who was leading us through this journey. This was specially arranged to see who the sarcophagus was really meant for. And then it shows the psychic medium reading her ball there. And then it says, draw 3 or more cards to see what the psychic medium reveals. And as a psychic medium myself, I find this very fascinating. I was actually supposed to DoorDash tonight, my secondary income job. Interesting. And I had some health-related issues going on, and so I decided not to. And then I wound up giving impromptu readings to my neighbor, and there was some mediumistic stuff involved that showed up. It was weird, very weird, and they were all like shocked. So let's pull 2 more cards here. I'm pretty sure I already know what's going on here, but 5 of Cups, wow. We got the Judgment and the 2 of Cups. Come on. Okay, so pull this card right here. 2 of Pentacles. We got 2 twos on the board. So here's what I see. Something happened. Judgment was brought down on these. And I almost feel like there's a quote in the Bible. I cannot tell you where it's at. But at some point, God was warning the angels because they were here. And I totally, truly believe they were here on earth with us, mingling, cohabitating. And at one point, God said, don't mingle with the humans. Don't teach them your sciences. Don't lay with them. And I very much feel this is the storyline here, where we're seeing these beings that were not human, that were maybe created, maybe the Nephilim or Nephilim as I call them. These were the Nephilim we're seeing, the product of the angels and that man laying together. Hercules is the one that comes to mind the most because everybody knows him. To me, he was a Nephilim. He was one of the first. He had special abilities. And I feel like that with all of the Greek gods and goddesses that we see and all these special, mythical creatures, I think at one point they existed on some level and they had abilities we mere humans don't have or possess. And they abused that power. They abused the rules. They abused the laws of what they were supposed to be doing, and it was taken away from them. Here I see the Five of Cups. It looks like this is the dried up desert we see now. It's almost like it immediately was sucked out when they did what they did. And then judgment was thrown down upon them, and they, and it's funny that the two end cards here are the twos. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Cups. It almost looks like the Two of Cups is this very decadent, very lavish card. This is how it was for them. They partied hard and they did their things, and then the judgment came, and then they were, this beautiful land was sucked away from them, and they were cast out of it. And it could very well be what we would see as the Garden of Eden. Like many people think the Garden of Eden is in Africa, and I'm pretty sure that's where Egypt is. So it makes sense to me reading this as a storyline. And then we got the Two of Pentacles, balance, learning that balance. Learning, I don't think as a whole we have even learned that. And these gods and goddesses that we looked up to, that we idolized, that were above us, never learned it either. Which makes them just like us in that respect. But that's quite interesting. That's the story I'm getting here, is almost kind of like the biblical judgment with the Noah's Ark thing and the future biblical thing that's supposed to happen. I see this as something that's already taken place hundreds of thousands of years ago. And Egypt, as it is today, is the result of that. It used to be this plush, water-filled waterway, gorgeous, and it almost looks like the water's being sucked away from them here. And then, of course, we got the balance here. You couldn't balance your stuff, so we took it away, and now it's just a dried up desert, dead area. Interesting. So, if you guys, that's all I got. It's very fascinating. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. I will go ahead and link Amethyst Ascension's video below, if I remember. And I will post my last video on here as well. I do have a playlist started that's Storytime Tarot. So if you guys want to check it out, check it out. This was episode 3. I cannot wait for episode 4. And you guys have a good night.